welcome back from the weekend. You all survived? Barely. Two more weeks. We gonna make it? We have to? All right, last time we left off in the middle of self-test. Is this true? And as I recall, I said, hey, I'm going to take a screenshot of this so we don't have to redo it. Do you remember this? I'm going to share my screen and we're going to listen to this wonderful piece by Bach. And then we're going to try to pick up where we left off.
Self-test 15.1 C1.
One more time.
Self-test 15.1 C1.
All right, so that's where we left off. We were almost done with the thing. We got 3 chords. I believe we have found all of our NCTs, yeah? Whoa. All right, we're in E minor, so we need to figure out this chord on measure 9. That's an easy one. What is it? Pete says high five. Good. All right, measure 11. We got to account for this E that's hanging over. So we got an E, an A, an E, and a G.
It's kind of a ambiguous one.
Yeah.
The third.
That's going to require me to look the answer up there. What do you think? You're going to call it an A7?
Maybe A minor 7?
Right. Right. Which would be what Roman numeral?
4.
4. Good. Does everybody see what just happened? We're missing our third. We don't have our C. But the only chord we can come up with an E, an A, an E, and a G is going to be the 4-7. Are we okay with that? Now we have to continue holding that E over to chord 12 with an A. So we got E, A, D sharp. Don't forget our sharp back here. Carries all the way over. And an F sharp because of our key signature. E, A, D sharp, F sharp. What is our root? E, A, D sharp, F sharp. So if E was our root, we would need a G. We don't have it. If A was our root, we'd have a C. We don't have it. If D sharp was our root, we'd have F sharp, which we have. We'd have A, which we have. And we'd have C, which we don't have. If F sharp was our root, what did I do wrong?
I think the E is an on-chord down here. Pedal point.
Where is that? Is that what we're doing? Yeah. But they didn't put it in parentheses.
Well, then Let's hope McGraw-Hill's watching this one too.
Exactly. What would we call that? What kind of a non-chord tone would that be? Would we call that an anticipation
Pedal point, right?
pedal point? Yeah, I could see the pedal point.
Yeah, because it doesn't move even the next
Right.
chord.
Right. Okay, so scratch the E. What do we get?
Seven.
7 it is. Seven diminished. Good job, team. That's it for that question. Can I clear my screen? All right, I am ditching that screenshot. It has gone the way of all the earth. To the recycle bin, trash can. All right. New screen share. Back to McGraw-Hill. We are on 2A. A blank progression occupies most of this excerpt. The seventh chords in this three-part texture each lack a blank. If you were to add a fourth voice beginning on F4, how would it proceed? Do not label NCTs in this exercise. This is a Mozart Rondo K494.
Self-test 15-1 C2.
Nice. Did you get the answer?
Self-test 15-1 C2.
What kind of progression do we have? Oh, you're not sleepy, are you? You're all wide awake. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Hear it?
Can this be our music theory gang sign?
Yeah. Wax on. You gotta go clockwise. You can't do the circle of force.
Self-test 15-1 C2.
All right, now what's lacking in our chords? Whoa, didn't want to do that. What is lacking in our chords? I guess we're analyzing this. Is that what we're doing? The seventh chords in this three-part texture each lack a
Fifth?
a fifth. A fifth is correct. Good job, Zach, and friend in the chat. We have no fifth. If you look here, we've got our E flat root, our G third. We're missing the B flat fifth, and we've got our D flat seventh. Or what else? There's like 4 of them that we're missing. Here's the A flat, which is next on the circle. We've got our A flat. We've got our C. We're missing our E flat. And we've got our G, yeah? Next, we got D flat. We've got our F. We're missing our A flat. We've got our C. Next is G. We got our B flat, which is our third. We're missing our D flat, which is our fifth. And we got our F, which is our seventh. Next is C. We've got our C, which is our root. We've got our E, which is our third. We're missing our G, which is our fifth. And we've got our B flat, which is our seventh. Does everybody see what we're doing? We've skipped the first one, which is the B flat. We've got the D flat, which is our third. We're missing the F, which is our fifth. And our A flat's held over to be our seventh. So there we go. Circle of fifths progression, 3 parts, missing our fifths. Second part of the question was...
Hey, did you bring those keys downstairs? You did? We don't have time. I thought we were going in the car.
Oh, good. The roommates are leaving. If you were to add a fourth voice beginning on F4, how would it proceed? What are they talking about? I think they're talking about adding an F4 here. Does anybody know what they're talking about? They're saying, yeah, filling in the gaps. So what friend in the chat said, filling in the gaps. So it would be 1 note per measure, and it would step down like so, and it would sound like this. All right, what a fun question. On we go. Questions? Question 3. In addition to analyzing the chords in this excerpt, label the non-chord tones. This is Spring Song.
Self-test 15-1, C3.
Beautiful. What key are we in?
Self-test 15-1, C3.
Mr. Spike says E major. He is right. What chord do we got? Come on, fail with glory. Be wrong. Oh, one chord, he says. He is right. Imagine starting on a one chord. Next. I see your lips moving, but you're muted and I don't hear you.
1 again.
Is it?
Yeah, but it's a 1-6.
Good. We get our 6. All right, here we got a B and an F sharp. What are we going to call that? We could look at it just like this, or we could look at it like that. What difference does it make?
It would make it a 5/7.
Right, so we could put the 5 here because we don't have our 7 yet, right? And then we get the 7 here. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Good. Back to home on our 1 here. All right. This is just E's continuing our 1 with a couple non-chord tones. What are we going to call this? We've got an E, a G sharp, a B, and a D sharp.
One 7. But 6-5, I guess.
Uh-huh, but what kind of the 7th chord is it?
5. Wait, no.
Skylar in the chat says we got to have a capital M. Right? It's a major 7th chord in first inversion. So we got to have the capital M. We got to have the 6-5. Cool.
I'm not sure why they choose to omit the previous chord. Isn't that just a 2?
Are you talking about analyzing the non-chord tones as chord tones?
Yeah.
You could make that argument, couldn't you?
Just a 2/7 with no third. I mean, no
Fifth.
fifth.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. That's what theorists do all day. They argue, is a zebra white with black stripes or black with white stripes? And that's
Black with white stripes because they found something like their spine was all black, so they went with that.
But what about its belly?
Well, you start with the spine, then you work your way down.
All right, next chord. I've got an A, an E, an A, and later in the measure I get a C sharp.
4 chord.
4 chord, good. All right, now we need to go back and analyze NCTs. We've got one there, one there, one there, and one there. Total of 4 NCTs. What do you want to do first? The easy ones or the hard ones? You want to go in order?
Go in order.
All right, here we go. We're here. We have a 4. Four,
Is
3.
it suspension?
It is a suspension. It's a 4-3 with a changing bass that doesn't change. Right? It's the same note that drops an octave. So because we reduce it anyway, it stays a 4-3. We all right with that? All right, here we go. Filling in the gap. So it must be
Passing tone.
passing tones. And the last one,
Suspension.
suspension. What do you want to call it?
Another 4-3.
Another 4-3. Does everybody see that? 4 above the bass, 3rd above the bass. All right. Well done. Clearing the screen. Moving on. Following is the harmonic progression from the first 16 measures of Richard Rodgers' My Favorite Things from The Sound of Music. Continue the realization of the lead sheet symbols using a 5-part texture and providing Roman numerals as shown. Use smooth voice leading and be sure to resolve all chord 7ths. Wow. I really don't want to do this. Uh-oh. Well, that was fun. Was it? C major 7? For the love, get off. There we go. C major 7. Can I do that? Is that legal? In at least 48 states?
Just has to be legal in this one. Who cares about the others?
Oh, yeah?
I do that in the workbook all the time. I just like, yeah, it's legal now.
Can we do this for jazz too? This is how jazzers do it.
Oh, yes.
Just put ditto marks. We're not writing all those stupid circles. Just do the same thing. Boom.
Oh, you're writing
Class-
like the pulses, which
Classical
indicates like
nerds.
improvisation.
Classical nerds do this. They make it a... Repeat that 3 times in a row. Go. All right, A minor 7th. Isn't this one of the ones we said don't do for our workbook? So you get how to do it. We're not going to do it. We're moving on. Is that all right? I'd rather spend the time reviewing. This feels like busy work. Notate, introduce, and resolve the specified chords. Each chord's seventh is to be approached as a suspension, as a neighbor, or as a passing tone, as specified. Include key signatures, lead sheet symbols without slash symbols, because we don't know what they are, and Roman numerals. I'm speaking as McGraw-Hill there and not as you, right? We know what slash chords are. They don't. All right. They've given us our key signature. They specified what kind of a non-chord tone we're supposed to approach by, and then we're supposed to resolve it. They want Roman numerals and lead sheet symbols. This looks rather enjoyable. Okay. We are in B minor. This is true. How are we going to start this? What's our...
Key signatures.
Okay. Which is what?
Two sharps.
Two sharps. Good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. F sharp, C sharp. Okay. They've given us the 2 chord. Should we put the 2 chord in first, or do you want to? I think we should put the 2 chord in first. What do you think? Two half diminished first inversion. So, if B is my 1, C sharp is my 2, is this a true statement? We've got a C sharp, we need an E. What else do we need?
G,
G.
And
B.
B. We've got our B. We're in first inversion, which means we need an E on the bass. Is this true? So there's our E. What would you like to put in the other voices? Makes sense to put the G underneath, doesn't it? Third apart in the alto. Tenors, C sharp. Showing that range. All right, now the question is, what goes to the 2 and what does the 2 go to?
You get 5.
2 goes to the 5. All right, and in the key of B minor, we have F sharp, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, E. Is this true? All right. Shall we look for common tones? We could keep the E. We could keep the C sharp.
And moves everything else down a half step.
Love it. Am I done? You're shaking your head no. Why am I not done?
You need one more chord in front of the 2.
I know, but am I done with this 5 chord?
Oh.
It's a 5, 4, 2, the way you're doing it.
Okay, so I need to put a 4-2. Is that it?
Also, there's the suspension thing. Maybe we can do that after we do the other chord.
Here's what I
Well,
was.
it's not that there is the suspension, it's how it's like a suspension to get there, right? So you don't necessarily have to make a suspension in the chord. You just have to have it go down, I thought. Like have it the same note.
Let's read those instructions again. Notate, introduce, and resolve the specified chords.
Twice.
Each chord's seventh is to be approached as a suspension, as a neighbor, or as a passing tone as specified. Each chord's seventh. So we got to go find the seventh of the 2, right? But what I was getting at over here is that I need a leading tone. And I purposely left it off to see if you all would catch it. You with me? Okay, seventh of the 2 chord is the B, yes? So they want us to suspend that. What chord has a B in it that goes to 2?
4.
4, good. And if B is 1, 4 is E, G, B. E, B, keep the G, double R fifth. Good work. Okay, next we're in C minor. What is my key signature? Holy smokes, there's a lot of these. They gave us 12.
3 flats.
3 flats.
You
Battle.
had to do like 12 of these in the workbook.
Isn't it fun? Battle ends and. All right, they want a 7 diminished 7. Somebody spell that for me.
B, D, F, A.
I'll buy 3 of those. B, D, F,
Oh, A flat.
A flat. Okay. We're in root position, so the B's got to be here. True. And I have a flat on my key signature, so this needs to be a natural. True. Is everybody with me there? I just kind of put it there. Is that where you want to put it? Do you want to put it up an octave?
If we did an octave, it would be a clump together.
Yeah. It'll be nice and tight. You can put the tenors there. And the altos there. Yeah? Where does 7 go?
Go to 1.
You go to 1.
Double the C.
And the tenors?
Tenors and basses. You can double. And then, yeah.
Is that what we want? The book had the audacity of doubling the third. Okay, what goes to this chord? Plus, we're supposed to have a neighbor tone for the 7th. Is that right? Each chord 7th is to be approached as a suspension, as a neighbor, or as a passing tone. So in this case, we are approaching as a neighbor.
Does 4 go to 7?
It could be a 5 too.
So if we're doing the neighbor tone thing, we got to have a G in it, right? So what chord goes to 7 that has a G in it?
Like Pete said, 5.
Okay, Pete said we could have a 5. What else? You want to go with the 5?
Like Catherine said, the 4, it could be a 4 too.
I thought neighbor tones went down, not up. What's the one
They
that
go
goes
up
down?
and back down.
What's the one that goes down then?
What is the one that goes down?
The one that doesn't go up.
Yep.
I'm just thinking of the song.
There's a
Get right
chart
up.
on page 186 that says a neighbor tone is approached by step and leaves in step the opposite direction. A suspension is approached by the same tone step down. I think you can have a neighbor tone that goes down. You can have a downward neighbor tone.
Okay. I thought I remembered it. There were 2 different ones, but I'm mistaken.
Okay, so we could have a 4. Is that right? And the only other chord with a C in it is a, according to my chart,
Be a
Wait.
6.
How would we have a 4 though?
FAC.
Yeah, but there's no G.
Right.
4.
I knew something was off. Can't have a 4. 4's out. I'm thinking C and I need to be thinking G. What other chord has a G in it? So we've got the 5 chord. What else
3.
do we see? The 3? Not likely. Does it go to the 7? And the other chord with a G in it would be
1.
1. All right. Are we still going to the 5 here? You gonna stick with the B natural here? Does that work? Keep the tenors on the D?
Can 5 go to 7? I thought 7 went to 5.
I don't know, can it?
I don't know, I was asking you asked first.
I thought it could be either way.
I like it. Well, let's go back and look at our tat, which was five and 7 are in that same little box, yeah? But there's no arrow that goes from one to the other. Like there is with the 4 and the 2. That's what's confusing about this diagram. However, we just read somewhere in this chapter that one goes to the other usually. Do you remember where that was? What kind of a 5 chord is this?
It's a 6/5.
5, 6, 5. I swear we just read this, did we not?
If it's anywhere, I'd assume it's in the 5/7 chapter, one of them.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see it. Here we go. The 5/7 in root position often moves deceptively to the submediant triad. The voice leading is just like that of the 5 to the 6 progression. But that's not what we're talking about. I swear we just read that it usually goes. Not seeing it. So is what we did wrong. Is it loud? Does anybody have an opinion?
Well, you said it sounds good, so isn't that the most important thing?
That's what I think. I
I'm
know.
not sure.
Say again?
I don't think there's any reason to doubt this, really.
We're in minor, right?
Yeah. We're fine.
Okay. So this, I think I found it maybe. In minor mode, the leading tone seventh appears as a fully diminished seventh chord. The subtonic seventh chord generally is used in sequences to be discussed later in this chapter or secondary dominant. Blah, 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 blah. The 7-7, the 7 diminished 7, whether in root position or inverted, has a dominant function and tends to resolve to tonic. As with the 7 half diminished 7, the fully diminished 7 may move first to the 5-7 simply by moving the 7th of the chord down to 5. So it can move to 5. I think we've just done the reverse though, haven't we? Anyway. The book just did a 1 chord. But I think what we did is perfectly acceptable.
I like hers better.
Yeah, I do too. All right. Well, that was fun. Yay, rabbit holes. Okay, number 3. Do we want to do number 3? Let's do number 6 or 5. Let's do number 5. Can I clear my screen? I want to do a passing tone one. Okay, A major. We know that our key signature is
3 sharps.
3 sharps. Okay, what's my 6th chord in A?
It'd be F sharp.
F sharp. A. And C sharp. And it's a minor 7th chord, so we have an E on the top. Is that right? And because we have 4-2 happening, that means what's on the bottom? The E, which they gave us, right? Where does the 6 typically go?
3?
Does it?
Is it 6-3 or 3-6? It's a morning for you.
According to my chart, the 6.
Go to 5, right?
No, the 5 can go to the 6, which is the deceptive cadence. But the 6 goes to the 4 or the 2. So what they're wanting us to do is they're wanting us to do a passing tone. So they want us to do this to that to that. I'm not really a huge fan of this chapter. It's kind of vague and makes you have to totally connect dots, which is tough when you're first learning this, I think. So they're wanting you to give us a passing tone there with the 7th of the chord, which is the E. So here's our passing tone, F sharp to E to D. So we have to come up with a chord that the 6 goes to, either the 4 or the 2 that has the D in it. So if A, C sharp, E is 1, B, D, F sharp is 2, which does have the D in it. But 4 would be D, F sharp, A, which also has the D in it. So we can't go wrong. And we have to have a chord that has an F sharp in it that can go to the E, right? And what chords have an F sharp in it? Well, the 2 chord, the 4 chord, the 6 chord, What would you like to do, class?
Six to six.
6 to 6, I like it. So if 6 has the F sharp on the bottom, it's in root position, true? Let's get our middle chord up on the board. How do you want to spell it?
Put the A in the tenor and the F in the soprano and the C in the alto.
Oh, you want to spread it out like that.
No, I meant lower, but we could do that too.
Oh,
Actually, no, you can't do that way because it would be illegal, right?
why would it be illegal?
More than an octave between the tenor and the alto.
Yes, it would be illegal. All right, let's try again. What do we want to do?
An F in the soprano, C in the
Here.
alto, A in the tenor.
Okay. If we did that, would you keep the A here? Keep the C sharp here. Keep the F sharp there. If we have a D in our bass, our 2 would have to be a 6/5. And our 4 would be just a 4, right?
Let's go with the 4 then.
You want to go with the 4? Keep the A. Keep the F sharp. Do you want to move that up to a D? Does that work? Book did something completely different. They did the 6. They went to the 2-6-5. Okay, we forgot to do lead sheet symbols on the last one. What would we do here?
It's without the slash.
Without the slash. They don't want the slash.
Because they don't know how to do the slash. They
Right.
know that it's a thing, but they're like, no.
F sharp minor. Another F sharp minor. And D major, yeah?
It's kind of useless.
Listen, we gotta like pretend that we're appeasing the jazzers, even though it's just totally in the classical tradition.
Totally not helpful for the jazzers.
Or the classical.
Not at all. It's terrible.
They'd learn completely wrong if they went this way.
Dude, you could have done the slashes.
So it would have been F sharp slash E, right?
Yeah, slashes would be a big help. Why they would take them away?
Yeah. All right,
Something really nice. We already did a lot of work already, so they wanted to give us a break with the slash.
They were tired of the complaining. Oh man, not slashers again. What do they think we are? Jazzers? All right. Do we need to do all 12 of these?
Did we do all of the? We did passing neighbor and suspension. Is there another?
We did. I'd rather get in the workbook and do them with you there. Give you some free answers. All right, here they want us to add a top voice to create a 3-part texture. We are in D minor.
Wait, can we do the one that says circle of fifths? How would you go about with that?
Sure. You want to do number 9er?
Sure.
All right, we're in F major, which means our brass players are happy because they've got flats. All right, we're going to put in one flat. I don't like that. I'm going to move it up so I can actually have a little workage here. All right. In F major, what is my one major chord? FACE, is this true? But it's in first version. So
you were asking what is the one major chord as the singular major chord in the.
Sure. That's exactly what I was asking. All right, so the A's got to be on the bottom. True story. For it to be in 6/5. And what is a circle a fifth away? What is a fifth away from F?
C?
Yeah, what side of the equation is that going?
I think it's on the front side.
What's going to be on the other side?
I
So you want to
think it would be B flat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Want B flat there. We can't have slash chords because we don't know what we're doing. This one's got to be a major. I was wrong earlier, Catherine. There's another major 4 or major. I gave the answer away. There's another major 7th chord besides 1.
4.
4. Good job. All right, so that's what we're doing. We need an F and a C. Where would you like to put them? F there so we don't cross voices. C there. Are we all right with that?
We need to put an E for the first chord to make it a suspension.
Okay. So you want to keep the tenors on the E is what you're saying.
Correct.
Okay. So we need a C,
Gotta be in the
an E,
bass.
a G, and a B flat. Say again.
B has to be in the bass.
And why is that?
Because it's a 4-2.
Good call. Good call. Okay. B flat, D, F, A. What's got to be in the bass here?
The A.
Good. Keep the C. Go from the G. Keep the F. Go down to the D. Go down to the B flat. Does that work? I can do this till the cows come home. It's beautiful. Did we all see what we did? Questions, comments, concerns, friends with questions. Hearing none, seeing none. Are we moving on?
Get on with it.
All right, we were going to add a top voice to this 3-part texture. Do you remember that Diamond commercial? It's just a circle of fifths progression, right? What shall we do? I hate it when they do these. They've given you 2/3 of a piece by Bach. All right, what would you like to do here?
This thing is like literally computer sugar. Yes. What does one scoop for the other have anything to do with it? What? What does one scoop versus the other have anything to do with it? So.
That doesn't work. Put G's in. Do the same F thing here. Does that work? Ooh. diatone. What do you think of my beautiful composition since you weren't saying anything?
Spectacular.
You should double the D at the end. Oh wait, you can't do that on a piano.
Double what?
The D at the end.
I'm gonna use 2 fingers and double it. What do you mean I can't do that? Okay, this is what the original is. This is stolen from Bach, and they stripped the soprano out. Here's how the original goes.
Yeah, I don't think I would have gotten that.
I just didn't feel like putting that many notes in. Okay, yay. We made it that far. One more part and then we're done. We can start looking ahead at the workbook next time. We already looked at the workbook, true? Did we cut a bunch of stuff out of the workbook already?
For chapter 14, not 15.
Not 15.
We haven't done 15 yet.
Well, let's do that and let's finish this next time. Let's hop over to the workbook and pare it down a little bit. All right, so workbook, I'm on page 123. Let me get over there. Let's make this a little more manageable and a little more relevant. Let me not be so full screen.
See if they've thrown any reduced box scores. We gotta fill in.
Yeah. Okay. Chapter 15. Can we zoom this out a little bit? There we go. All right. Page 123, I want you to do all of. It's probably the most important page in the book. Page 124, I want you to do all of. Page 125, let's scrap. Actually, I'm going to go over here and scrap it in real time so you know what we're scrapping. Is that all right? Edit. We're going to do 123 through 124, comma, space. All right. And we're going to scrap 125, 6, and 7 as well. Then we're going to go to 128. And 129. $130, I only want you to do G, not H. And then 131, only top line. Cool? Trying to save you like 60 hours of your life. So you can watch SpongeBob or something. I think those will be the most beneficial. I think the other exercises are a little over the top, more towards composition, creativity, which not all of us are. And you're more than welcome to do all of it if you'd like. Don't let me stop you. Are we okay with that? I'm saving this. I'm putting the due date as May 14th at 4:59 p.m. That's when everybody turns into a pumpkin. That is the last day of classes. Music classes are actually due over on the 13th, but I'll give you an extra day. What a nice guy. All right. See y'all tomorrow at ear training.
Thanks, Dr. B.
Thank
Right.
you.
Thanks, Doc B.
Okay. Bye.